Right. Hello, everybody. So who is here today? I wonder because this is not a typical week that I go live. So I wonder who's going to show up today. Let me know in the chat. For those who don't know, I will not be here next week. I will be out of state visiting family. So, hey, Kick Rocks. So, there will not be a live next week. That's why I'm here this week. There will not be a live the week after that either. So, oh, you got your eczema shot. Congratulations, Kick Rocks. JJ is in tears. I'm sorry, JJ. Hope you feel better. So the next live is going to be on the 22nd, right? I believe the 22nd. So yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks without trivia. I'm sure you will hold up just fine. I have for you today a little history quiz I made. No, it's not. Thank you, JJ. I'll put live chat on. Veer's here. Veer said they wouldn't be here, but here they are. Welcome. This shouldn't be a very long stream. I tried to write up some questions for you guys, kind of leaning more on the easier side of things. And I only have like 170 questions for you. So I really only imagine this stream's going to be about an hour long or so because you guys are very smart. But we'll wait another minute or so for a couple more to show up. Hello, DR. Couldn't stay away. Good day, Dr. Pickle. All right. Not a bad little crowd. Don't forget to give this video a little thumbs up if you've not done so already. Ignore this scratch on my chest. The cat got me the other day, and I didn't feel it, and I went to sleep, and when I woke up, it was all infected and nasty, so it doesn't hurt. It's just a lot grosser than it looks. But today's history is going to be history from like very early, like Mesopotamia to the 1500s. I couldn't think of a term to define that other than ancient. So we are covering that huge swath of time. Like I said, I have 170 questions. I try to make it chronological, but then it just became grouped into histories of regions. So it is what it is. I did not have too much time to make questions this week, mostly because I'm busy researching videos for next week because I got to film them tomorrow so I can upload them for while I'm gone. So this is just a very basic history quiz. So basically what my school did in 2 years, this Kick Rocks. Prepping for entrance exams, and they've just been reading history. That's perfect. Maybe this will be a good little refresher. But let's get into it. And again, these are going to be on the easier side. So let's get into it. Number 1. What large buffalo went extinct in Europe? What large buffalo went extinct in Europe? Not a woolly mammoth. I don't think those are buffaloes. This was a buffalo. What large buffalo went extinct in Europe? Because I think mammoths were in North America too. I think we found more mammoth fossils in North America than Europe, right? Unless I'm wrong. Did I start you all off with a stumpy? These are, in the cave paintings like Lascaux and Altamira, when you see the big buffaloes, those aren't the buffaloes we know today. Those were a much larger species of buffalo that were all hunted to extinction. Not a bull. I might have got you guys on the first question. My goodness. Yeah, the buffalo that you see on the caves in Europe, not bison. They're all extinct now. They are all hunted to extinction. Yeah, not bison. That's just North American buffalo, I think, is a bison. I might have got you guys on the first question, but except Mike's got it. It's aurochs. Good job to Mike. Gets the first question. The answer is aurochs. Those big buffalo that you see on cave paintings are aurochs. Number 2, what does Mesopotamia translate to? What does Mesopotamia translate to? And DR's got it. It's the land between the rivers. Good job to DR for getting it first. We got Joshua and Mike, Kick Rocks, and Veer have all got it. I told you this would be easy. It means the land between two rivers. Number 3, what writing system did the Sumerians use? I misspelled Sumerians in my quiz. Sumerians. I have it on my tablet today. And it looks like DR's got it first. It was cuneiform. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is cuneiform. Cuneiform. Veer and Joshua's got it too. Cuneiform. Number 4, Nana was the Sumerian god of what? Nana was the Sumerian god of what? Kick Rocks had to write an essay on cuneiform. That's fun. Not the sun, not the sky, not water. Those are all very, not too far off. Not death. Apparently, they were the god of 2 things. One of them was the moon. Good job to JJ. The answer is the moon, but also the god of wisdom as well. Good job, JJ. It is the moon. Number 5, what city was Sargon king of? What city was Sargon the king of? Well, he took over Ur. He's from Akkad. Good job to DR. The answer is Akkad. He's known as Sargon of Akkad. But he would go to conquer all of Mesopotamia. Speaking of Ur, what kind of temple was constructed in Ur? What kind of temple was constructed in Ur? Oh, it has no remnants. That's true, Kick Rocks. DR has got it. It is a ziggurat. Good job to DR. The answer is a ziggurat. A ziggurat, where they're large temples. You're doing good, DR. Don't worry. Number 7. What was the right answer? Ur or Uruk? It was Akkad. You got it, DR. It was Akkad. Number 7. Where was the first Egyptian pyramid built? Where was the first Egyptian pyramid built? Not Memphis. It was Saqqara. Good job to Veer. The answer is Saqqara. The step pyramid of Djoser, right? Was in Saqqara. Number 8. What did ancient Egyptians use as paper? What did ancient Egyptians use as paper? And DR's got it first. It is papyrus. Good job to DR and JJ and Veer and Kick Rocks and Joshua, technically. The answer is papyrus, which are reeds. Good job, DR. Which kingdom was to the south of Egypt? Which kingdom was to the south of Egypt? Hi, Omar. DR has got it. It is Nubia. Good job to DR. The answer is Nubia. Nubia was directly to the south of Egypt. Number 10. Who was the first female pharaoh? Who was the first female pharaoh? Who was the first female pharaoh of Egypt, of course? There are only like a handful of them. It was not Nefertiti must play. She was a first wife. It was Hatshepsut. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Hatshepsut. 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 Cleopatra being the last female pharaoh and last pharaoh of Egypt. Yes, Hatshepsut. Don't worry, dear. You're good. Number 11. Which pharaoh was the Great Pyramid of Giza built for? Don't worry about spelling. As long as I can tell what you're saying, that's all that matters. DR has got it. It is Khufu. Good job to DR. The answer is Khufu. Khafre was the second not so great pyramid next to it. But the Great Pyramid was for Khufu. Khufu. Number 12. Deir el Medina was an Egyptian village for which workers? Omar's been to Egypt a million times. I'm very jealous, Omar. Deir el Medina was an Egyptian village for which workers? You've got crows outside your window. Awesome. And they were not slaves. These were actual employers, not pyramid builders per se. Not pyramid builders. They did not build pyramids at Deir el Medina. They were builders. What were they building? Construction. What were they constructing? They were not mining. They were not hunting hippos. Very dangerous occupation, sounds like. Graves. I'll accept that, Veer. Tombs. That's a better one, JJ. The Valley of the Kings. Even better, Veer. It was a village just outside the Valley of the Kings where all of the workers who built the tombs and temples lived. So I'll give that to Veer. It was Passover yesterday. That's true. Kick Rocks has just started eating bread. Welcome back to the land of grains and not leavened bread. Where was I? Number 13 is evidence that they were, they did not do too terribly off. They were slaves later on. Not those people. Is Passover Exodus related? Kind of. Hey, Justin. Passover is the Exodus. Anyway, number 13. The sun god Khepri has the head of what creature? Your hint is that Khepri was Egyptian. We're still in Egypt. The sun god Khepri had the head of what creature? It was not a crocodile, not a hawk, not a dog, not a lion. I've never seen this god until I was getting these questions out of a book I had checked out. It was not a cat. And it looks bizarre. I've never seen this god drawn before. It was a scarab. Good job to Veer. The answer is a scarab. It's just a human body with a bug head. The strangest thing. It was a scarab. A scarab. It's the head of a scarab. Number 14. What was the Egyptian symbol of life? What was the Egyptian symbol of life? It was the Ankh. Good job to Veer. The answer is the Ankh. The Ankh. The Ankh. Number 15. Which pharaoh worshipped the sun god Aten? What's an Ankh? It's like a use pencil. Line, loop. It was Akhenaten. Good job, Veer. The answer is Akhenaten. Akhenaten. Hi, young guy. Welcome. Akhenaten was a pharaoh who went rogue and decided to worship one god instead of many gods, and his name was Aten. Line, loop. There, exactly, Josh. Number 16. Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were located in which river valley? I think I read one of the Kane Chronicles, but I was on an airplane, so I didn't really retain a lot of it. There's lag. I'm so sorry. Everything's fine on my end. DR has got it. It is the Indus. Good job to DR. The answer is the Indus River Valley. It's lagging. I will wait. It's really good. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like Rick Riordan. Fidain is here. I cannot read Arabic, so I can't see. I don't know what that says, Fidain. Comes back quick. Okay. All right. Apparently I'm back. Whenever this happens, everything on my end is perfectly fine. So I don't know. There's nothing I can do to fix it until it just comes back. So anyway, I had asked Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were located in which river valley, and DR got it. It is the Indus Valley. The Indus Valley. Number 17. Since they buried their dead in urns, what are the ancient peoples of Western Europe known as? Since they buried their dead in urns, what are the ancient peoples of Western Europe known as? Says Royal. Hello, Royal, by the way, welcome. Not the pot people, but that's not too far off. Notice it's not the English term, it was not the Celts, this is before the Celts. The dead urns. The beaker, not the beakers. The beakers are more Central Eastern. It is the Urnfield. Good job to Royal. The answer is the Urnfield culture. The Urnfield culture. I wanted a question about the beaker people, but I wasn't sure how to phrase it. But these were the Urnfields because they buried their dead in urns. Number 18. What do Avebury and Callanish have in common? What do Avebury and Callanish have in common? They are monoliths. Good job to Veer. Or stone circles. Good one, Joshua. They're more stone circles, but stone circles are monoliths. So that goes to Veer and Joshua both. They are both stone circles. Stone circles. I've been to Avebury. It was amazing. It's a massive stone circle. Joshua's been to Avebury too. And it's very hard for me to forget. I thought it was wonderful. It's a massive stone circle. There's a whole town inside of it. Number 19. On which Scottish islands can you find the Ring of Brodgar? Joshua's parents live near Stonehenge now. I'm jealous. I wish my parents lived near Stonehenge. It's not the Shetlands. Which islands can you find the Ring of Brodgar? It is the Orkneys. Good job to DR for getting it first with Royal right behind. It is the Orkney Islands. The Orkney Islands. Number 20. Where in Brittany, France, can you find many rows of ancient stones? Same, Vera. I need to always brush up on Scottish islands. I figure my ASMR Around the World series will help with that eventually. It is Karnak. Good job to Talia. The answer is Karnak. Those are the Karnak stones. The Karnak stones. In history class, too often focus on Roman and Greek and forget about the other European cultures. Don't know how it is in the US. It's pretty much the same. There's a big focus on, they go like Egyptian, Greek, a bit of Roman, but not so much on a lot of other ancient cultures. There will be a lot of Greek and Roman stuff in here, but I focus all over the world in this quiz, so don't you worry. Number 21. Which Mediterranean country has multiple megaliths, including the Hypogeum? Wow, in Finland you have to take more elective courses. DR already knows it's Malta. Good job to DR. The answer is Malta. Everyone say hello to Luna, the German shepherd who lives downstairs. She's been barking all day. Omar weren't even taught the Romans or the Greeks. That's so sad. Well, be sure to watch my video next week. You're going to learn all about Greece next week. Did not listen to the question. Yeah, Luna, the German shepherd, has been barking all day. I know it wasn't meant to be a complaint. It's it's one of the reasons why I focus so much on ancient history around the world, because they just don't teach it in school, and I have no idea why. I kind of have an idea why, but they should. Number 22. Let's get into some Greek stuff. Who was the legendary king of Crete? No, I love Luna. She just barks a lot. It is Minos. Good job to young guy. The answer is Minos. That's how we get the Minoan cultures from him, Minos. And the word Minotaur. Speaking of, number 23, what was the largest Minoan palace? Mycenae is the place. Hold on to that. We'll get to them in a minute. It is Gnosis. Good job to Veer. The answer is Gnosis. Good job, young guy and must play. Also, the answer is it Gnosis or Gnosis? I actually don't know. I know in early videos I said Kenosis because I heard that somewhere. I think it's Gnosis. Veer just read about it yesterday. Awesome. Number 24. Then you must know this one too. What animal did the Minoans leap over during a ceremony? And it was bulls. Good job, DR. The answer is bulls. Yes, they did backflips over bulls, and we don't know why. We can't read their alphabet. We can't decipher it all the way, so we don't know why they were doing it. But they were doing it. Just lots of cool art of them backflipping over bulls. Number 25. It's linear A or B. Yeah, I forget which one too. It's one of those we can't read, and it's the ones that the Minoans used. Because it's cool, right? Smola. It's pretty dope. I guess it's like a rodeo now, huh? Oh man, the Reno Rodeo is coming up, and I live fairly close to the rodeo stadium, and it's so loud. Like I just cannot film the whole week of the Reno Rodeo. Anyway, because they could, yes. The Mycenaeans fought Troy in order to rescue which queen? Rodeos don't seem nice for the animals. Yeah, I know they're very much more humane nowadays, especially in America. Veer has got it first. It is Helen. Good job to Veer. The answer is Helen, where we get the word Hellenistic or Hellenic for Greece. From Helen. Good job, Veer. And young guy. Number 26. What was the first major civilization in Anatolia? What was the first major civilization in Anatolia? It was the Hittites. Good job to young guy. I think the Lydians are around the same time, but I was going for the Hittites. Good job, young guy. The answer is the Hittites. The Hittites. By the way, there's a nice good group here. Don't forget to like this video. Give it a little boost while I'm still alive so that more people can join. Number 27. Baal was the Canaanite god of what? Baal was the Canaanite god of what? Well, yes, the Phoenicians, but what was he the god of? Not war, not these storms is pretty close. You know what? I'm going to give that to young guy because it was a weather god. So storms counts, right? Storms, yeah. I'll give that to young guy. Weather, exactly. There was a weather deity, so I'll give that to young guy. Storms is acceptable. I need a cough real quick. Let me mute this for a second. Okay. Will there be a question about the Americas? Absolutely. We're doing every region of the world. Every region of the world. Number 28. Who was the first king of the Hebrews? Yeah, this is going to be trivia up till the year 1500. Who was the first king of the Hebrews? It was Abraham. Good job to DR. For getting it first, the answer is Abraham. Abraham was the first king of the Hebrews. How's the little guy? You mean the cat? He's good. he's a silly boy. He is a little wiggle worm. Number 29. Solomon's kingdom was split in two after his death. What was the southern kingdom? Solomon's kingdom was split in two after his death. What was the southern kingdom? Joshua has got it. It is Judea. I spelled it wrong on here. Or my spell check corrected. Judea. There we go. It's corrected to Judah. But it is Judea. Good job, Joshua. The answer is Judea. Israel was the northern one. Judea was the southern one. Number 30. Which Assyrian king conquered Jerusalem and enslaved the Jews that were there? Which Assyrian king conquered Judaism and enslaved the Jews? And Veer's got it. It's Nebuchadnezzar. Good job to Veer. The answer is Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. Not a good guy in ancient religious texts. Pure guess. Good guess, Veer. Number 31. What color was the Phoenicians' famous dyed cloth? It is historical, or I would have said, what mythical Assyrian king? Young Guy knows it is purple. Good job, Young Guy and Veer and DR. They were very, very famous for their purple dye that they made from sea cucumbers that grow along the coast of what's now Lebanon. From oysters, maybe it was oysters. It was some kind of shell, oceany creature that they made purple dye from. That's what made them famous, and apparently it's where we get the word Phoenician. What is a sea cucumber? It is a blobby little guy. What is a sea cucumber? I don't actually know. It's like a snail. It's like a worm. I don't know. It's some kind of sea creature. I don't know how to describe a sea cucumber. Let me throw up a picture of one on here. Googled it. Ew. Okay, if you Googled it. Yeah. I think they were made from sea cucumbers, the purple dye. Number 32. The Cook Islands has a lot of sea cucumbers, says JJ. Fun. Thank you for all the little hearts and little celebratory little emojis there in the corner. It makes me happy. It's a something pod. Exactly, Joshua. Number 32. What was the primary port of Phoenicia? What was the primary port of Phoenicia? See, now I almost put Tyre, but then Google said something different. It's not Carthage, not Sidon. Snails and worms are like Veer's kryptonite. Not Damascus. The big port, it's no longer there. Not Antioch, not Baalbek, Katia, Sour, not Carthage. The Phoenicians, in Phoenicia. You've said every Phoenician city except the one I'm looking for. Not Sabarta, it's Byblos. Good job to Veer. The answer is Byblos. Well, yeah, they were Phoenicians, but we'll talk about them later in the quiz. Byblos was the city I was looking for, the ancient port of Byblos. Byblos. Is it in Lebanon? Yes. Number 33. Where the word Bible originates from the Greek word for book. What was the Phoenician colony in modern-day Tunisia? What was the Phoenician colony in modern-day Tunisia? That was Carthage. Good job to DR. The answer is Carthage. So to answer that question, yes, the Phoenicians established Carthage, but then they developed their own culture. They became Carthaginians and were their own thing in the same way that, like, the British established America and America became its own thing, right? It's like that. You're not the worst, DR. Omar's been there. That's so exciting. I'd love to go see Carthage, or what's left of it anyway. Number 34. Which king's law code coined the term an eye for an eye? It's great, says Joshua. I wish someday I'll get to go. Just Tunisia in general, I really want to go. All right, Veer frantically tried to write Hammurabi and typoed, but I'm going to give that to Veer and DR. DR's got it correct first. Yeah, Veer tried to get Hammurabi in there. So good job, Veer and DR. The answer is Hammurabi. An eye for an eye comes from Hammurabi's code. Now I want to see who gets this one because this is one of the harder ones in this quiz. Midas did have the golden edge. Number 35. Which god brought that law code to Hammurabi? If you see Hammurabi's code, at the very top is a picture of the king sitting on his throne, and there's a picture of a god delivering the law codes to Hammurabi. Who was that god? It was not Gilgamesh, not Marduk. Good guess. Marduk was a god then, but it was not Marduk. I want to see who gets this one. I'm going to chew an antacid so I won't cough anymore. It was not Yahweh, not Enkidu, not Enox. Yeah, I want to see who gets this one. Not Ta. Not Pazuzu, it was Shamash. Good job, young guy. The answer is Shamash. Shamash was the Assyrian god? Assyria? Also called Utu, says Veer. I didn't know that. Never heard that name. Shamash, yes, very important god. Brought the laws to Hammurabi and created the first laws that were ever written down. Number 30, Sky Daddy 2.0. The Sumerians called him Utu. I've never heard that name. That's so cool. I learned something today. Number 36. What was the entrance to Babylon called? Our Finnish word of the day is Utu. It means mist or haze or fog. I like that. DR has got it. It's the Ishtar Gate. Good job to DR. The answer is the Ishtar Gate. The Ishtar Gate. Jeremy is here. It's good to see you. It is the Ishtar Gate. Good job, young guy, too. Number 37. What city did King Sennacherib make the capital of Assyria? The Hanging Gardens have not been found, maybe not even real. I think they were real. It's just you can't really preserve plants. It was Nineveh. Good job to DR for getting it first, and young guy too. The answer is Nineveh. Good job, Jeremy. The answer is Nineveh. Nineveh was the city that King Sennacherib made the capital of Assyria. There should be structures. Well, yeah, there should be structures, but next week I have a History Magazine video about 2 of the ancient wonders of the world. And you'll see pictures of what they look like today. They're just piles of rocks. So it's long gone. It's long gone. Number 38. Who was the last great king of Assyria? Tarek says the first time see alive, and you're very welcome. That's very kind of you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I like making it for you. Some guy with a hyphen in his name. I guess there could be, but I don't know his name with a hyphen. Most of them had hyphens. This guy did not. As I know him, he does not. I did a History Magazine video on him. Forget it, but it's long, says DR. That is true. But young guy knows it is Ashurbanipal. Good job too, young guy. The answer is King Ashurbanipal. King Ashurbanipal. Number 39. What was the first story that was ever written down? What was the first story that was ever written down? And DR's got it. It's the Epic of Gilgamesh. Good job, DR. Young guy, Joshua, Veer, and Jeremy have got it as well. It is the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Number 40. What culture originated around Hallstatt, Austria? You know, Veer, it's difficult because it's very hard to translate because it's in very weird segments in a very weird language. So first of all, Jeremy's got it. It's the Celts. Good job to Jeremy. Latin is pretty close, but I'm going for the Celts. There is a translation. There are many translations. I thought about reading it on my channel once upon a time and then realized that every single translation was completely different. So the Hallstatt culture became the Celts is what I'm trying to say. They were the Hallstatt culture, but that's where Celtic culture originated, was from that culture. The later ones were the Latin. Number 41. Who were the priests and lawmakers of the Celts? Who were the priests and lawmakers of the Celts? And Veer's got it. It is the Druids. Good job to Veer. Jeremy, JJ's got it. It is the Druids. Good job, Veer. The answer is the Druids. Okay, DR says the oldest joke in the world is written by the Sumerians. Says something that has never occurred since time immemorial. A young woman did not fart on her husband's lap. The world's first ever joke was a fart joke. Hey, Basinga, welcome. That's funny to hear. Number 42. Which king greatly expanded the Persian Empire? I should have probably phrased that better because he did a lot more than that. But which king greatly expanded the Persian Empire? DR's got it first. It was Cyrus the Great. Good job to DR. The answer is Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great. Number 43. Who is the Zoroastrian god of light and good? Hi, Alex. Welcome, welcome. That's true, must play. Maybe every ancient deck was written as a joke. DR's got it. It's Ahura Mazda. Good job to DR. And Jeremy as well. The answer is Ahura Mazda. Is the audio breaking a bit? Let me know. Freddie Mercury. Yeah, no. We wish, Joshua. Number 44. Who created the Iliad and the Odyssey? Zoroastrianism does seem cool. That's a neat. I have a whole video about it, a Persian mythology video. Young guy has got it first. It is Homer. Good job to young guy for getting it first. Everyone else got it too. It's an easy one. The answer is Homer, not Homer Simpson. Just Homer. Just Homer. Number 45. Which city-state created democracy? Which city-state created democracy? I'll give that to young guy. It's Athens. Yeah, Sparta just for fun. Must play. It is Athens. Good job, young guy. And bonus point to DR for getting it spelled correctly. Hello, Simon from Germany. Yeah, Alex, go ahead and just relax. It's just easy little history trivia. Which city-state created the Firecrest Warriors? It sounds very Spartan. I don't know. But yes, the answer was Athens, which I have a whole video coming to you next week about. Did you write it wrong? I don't know. Oh, the Fiercest Warriors. I thought it said Firecrest. Fiercest Warriors. Yeah, that was me just reading it wrong. That would be Sparta, of course. Yes. Anyway. What war was fought between Sparta and Athens? Hello to Delphine and Dublin. Welcome, welcome. Bazinga's also sick. I'm glad that I'm here for you. DR has got it correct first. It is the Peloponnesian War. Good job to DR for getting it first. Everyone else has got it too. Must play, young guy, Joshua, Jeremy. It's the Peloponnesian War. Peloponnesian War. Number 47. Who did the Athenians defeat in the Battle of Salamis? Who did the Athenians defeat in the Battle of Salamis? Me, says Vera. No. Xerxes the Great or Persians. I guess I just put Persians or Persia. But Xerxes too. Yes, it was Xerxes. So points to DR, and I'll give a point to Must Play as well. The Persians or Xerxes. Xerxes is a really cool name, isn't it? We should continue that name. Like, we should just put that name back into the world and just start calling people Xerxes. Make it unisex. Number 48. Now, this is a specific person. Which king was defeated at the Battle of Marathon? Which king was defeated at the Battle of Marathon? This name is still around. I see this name around. It was Darius. Good job, too. Young guy. The answer is King Darius. King Darius. Number 49. The Parthenon was dedicated to which goddess? The Parthenon was dedicated to which goddess? And DR's got it first. It was Athena. Good job to DR. The answer is Athena. Got a whole video for you next week about the Parthenon. Number 50. Speaking of, who was in charge of the construction of the Parthenon? Who was in charge of the construction of the Parthenon? Vera, you never had a Greek mythology phase? That's crazy. Must Play's got it. It is Pericles. Good job, too. Must Play. The answer is Pericles. Phidias, young guy, is the guy who actually built the Parthenon, but Pericles was the guy who commissioned it and planned it and all that good stuff. It was Pericles. Number 51. Yeah, I love Greek mythology too. I had a big Greek mythology phase as a kid. Number 51. Who is the Greek goddess of the moon and the hunt? Phidias, yes. Well, you'll learn all about it, dear. Phidias did the Athena statue and the Temple of Zeus statue. Now, Veer's least favorite subject was history. Now they want to be a historian. Let's see. Young guys got it. It is Artemis. Did I say Greek specifically? Yep, Greek goddess. Diana is the Roman version, so Artemis is correct. So good job to young guy. The answer is Artemis. 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 Diana's her Greek name. Number 52. Alexander the Great was king of which kingdom? Alexander the Great was king of which kingdom? And DR's got it first. It was Macedon or Macedonia. Same difference. Good job to DR. The answer is Macedon. He did die very young. Very young. Good job, DR. It is Macedon. Number 53. Most important question. What was the name of Alexander the Great's favorite horse? Peaking early is not always the best, I guess. And DR knows it's Bucephalus. Good job to DR. Young guy, Must Play's got it. Jeremy's got it. Hoofy. It was Bucephalus, the horse that he rode all the way across most of Asia and almost all the way back. It was Bucephalus. Number 54. Where did Alexander defeat the Persians? That horse got sick. Well, it died in battle, I believe. So, Finland? No, it was Gaugamela. Good job to DR. The answer is Gaugamela. The Battle of Gaugamela. Good job, DR. Number 55. Who was the legendary first king of Rome? Who was the legendary first king of Rome? And it was Romulus. Hi, El. Good job to DR. It was Romulus, not Remus. Remus was murdered by Romulus. Romulus was the first king of Rome, according to legend. Good job, DR, and everyone else. Number 56. Who invaded Rome around 387 BCE? R.I.P. to Remus. Sorry, dude. Not the Latins, not the Etruscans, no. It was the Gauls. Good job too, Jeremy. The answer is the Gauls. The Gauls launched a massive invasion of Rome before Rome was like Rome, you know. But yeah, Alexander, according to ancient writers, found Darius dead in the road and buried him with respect. That sounds a lot like him, you know. Interesting. But yeah, the Gauls sacked Rome for a hot minute and then retreated. And then Rome became Rome. Probably because of that event. Number 57. Who led the Jewish revolts against the Seleucids? Who led the Jewish revolt against the Seleucids? It's not Moses. Josephus? No, not David. Yes, Jeremy. I was about to say, Jeremy, like you are a Gaul. Probably way, way, way down the line, your ancestors were Gauls. Yeah. Moses is the only name you know. Judith or something or other? That's not terribly far off, except Judith is a girl's name. Didn't he make water move? That's Moses. It was Judas. That goes, Veer. Good guess to Veer. It was Judas Maccabeus. Like the Maccabees. Good job to Veer. The first of the Hasmoneans. Good job, Jeremy. I probably would have accepted that, but it was Judas Maccabeus. Judas Maccabeus. Good job, Vera. Number 58. Who led the Carthaginians in the battles against Rome? Who led the Carthaginians in the battles against Rome? It was Hannibal. Good job to DR, who got it first, because that's an easy one. The answer is Hannibal Barca. Hamilcar was his cousin, right? But yeah, it was Hannibal Barca. Or Hamilcar was his dad, I think. Why not say who rode the war elephants? That would have been more fun here. That would have been a better question. There's also Hannah and Hasdrubal. Yeah, I think Hasdrubal was his cousin and Hamilcar was his dad. Yeah. I think it's a clapping emoji there. But anyway, number 59. What were the Roman wars against the Carthaginians known as? If you ever drop a history fact in the chat and I ignore it, it's because that question's coming up later and I'm ignoring you. So Young Guy knows it is the Punic Wars. Good job to Young Guy. The answer is the Punic Wars. For simplified, I don't know, Joshua. The Punic Wars, yes. That's what the Romans called the Carthaginians. My cat's crying. Number 60. Who led the slave revolt against the Romans? Who led the slave revolt against the Romans? It was Spartacus. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Spartacus. The Spartacus. Yeah, no fear. It sounds right, but no. Joshua's Spartacus. Joshua's actually not Joshua. Joshua's Spartacus. There are actually a couple of slave revolts, yeah, but like the famous one, you know. Who led the most famous slave revolt, I should say. He was Thracian. Yeah. Number 61. What position did Julius Caesar appoint himself as? Number 61. What position did Julius Caesar appoint himself as? It's not emperor, it was dictator. Good job to Young Guy. The answer is dictator. Big difference. He appointed himself dictator of Rome. Good job, Young Guy. Yeah, Jeremy. Dictator of Rome. And then number 62. Who was the first Roman emperor? Delphine is going to fall asleep. Have a good sleep, Delphine, over there in Ireland. It was Augustus. I'll give that to DR. Octavian Augustus is a good one. Was he voted into consulate? I don't know. August is such a good name, right? Yeah. I forget what it means in Latin, but it's like victory or something, because that's his name. He was born Octavian, and he named himself Augustus Caesar. I think it means like victorious or something. Good job, dear. Augustus Caesar. So good it was turned into a month. Well, yeah, same with July is after Julius Caesar. August is after Augustus. August is a popular name in Iceland. That's cool. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it at all. He was the consul who wanted to be dictator. I think that's how the curses on worked. Interesting. So he was voted into the consul, but then he just took over and got stabbed for it. Jeremy loves Romans history because they're a descendant of the Romans. Very, very cool. Of course, there's August. I like that. Yep, most countries have very different names for the months. But moving on. Number 63. Who was defeated at the Battle of Actium? Who was defeated at the Battle of Actium? Say what ruler was defeated at the Battle of Actium? Mark Antony, yes. Or Cleopatra is what I was going for, but Mark Antony was there with her, with his girlfriend, with his wife. Were they actually married? I don't think they were actually married. I was going for Cleopatra, but Mark Antony was there as well. So I'll give that to DR. And a bonus point to Jeremy for getting Cleopatra. That's how you pronounce August in Romanian, is August. Nice. We all know our Romanian word of the day is the word for August. Cleopatra did marry her half-brother. I think she married both of them because that's what Egyptian pharaohs did. They married their siblings. She had them all killed, though. Number 64. Where was Jesus born? Where was Jesus born? And DR's got it first. It is Bethlehem. Good job to DR. The answer is Bethlehem. Bethlehem. Young guy Joshua's got it too. Bethlehem. In a barn. Allegedly, right? In Bethlehem. Number 65. What was the first Christian kingdom? Small is like, yeah, if they're not full siblings, they don't count as marriage partners in ancient Egypt. DR has got it first. It is Armenia. Good job to DR. The answer is Armenia. It's the first Christian kingdom. Technically Ethiopia. I think Ethiopia was like 20 years after Armenia. It's from what we know, it's Armenia. Ethiopia was not that far behind Armenia. Number 66. It was Aksum. That's true. Aksum, not Ethiopia. Aksum. What were the where were the doctrines of Christianity agreed upon? Where were the doctrines of Christianity agreed upon? And it was Nicaea, or Nicaea, is that how you pronounce it? I'll give that to Must Play. I've always said Nicaea, but there's a K for Must Play, so maybe it's pronounced Nicaea. I don't know. Oh yeah, but yeah, it is Nicaea. The Council of Nicaea. There are various councils. But yeah. Number 67. Which Roman emperor divided the empire in two? The men decide the doctrine. Where is Nicaea? I think it's in Anatolia. Young guy's got it first. It is Diocletian. Good job to young guy for getting it first. It's Diocletian. It's with a K. They don't have C sounds in Latin. That's true. But I think it was a Greek name. I'm not sure. I'll have to look up at least the American English pronunciation. I'll ask a Catholic. They'll know. He's got a nice palace in Split. He sure does. Palace of Diocletian. His mom is Helena, the patron saint of archaeologists. That's so cool. That's a nice thing to be a saint of. Yes, it's Diocletian. Number 68. What was the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire? Oh, you wrote it in Norwegian. That's why. Okay. That explains that. And DR's got it. It's Byzantium. And Veer's got Constantinople. Good job to DR and Veer. It's Byzantium that later became Constantinople once it became the capital, right? But it was Byzantium at first. Jeremy says Nice in France was called Nicaea, just like Nicaea. It was founded by the Greeks. That tracks. I'm sure they had a lovely time down there. Beautiful part of the world there, the French Riviera, down near Nice. Well, I guess Nice isn't really Marseille was a Greek colony. Nice is a little farther north than the Riviera, but still. Southern France is a whole other world. After Mars, probably. I don't know the Greek name for Marseille. But yeah, those are all Greek colonies. No, says Veer. Veer's going to tell us. Moving on. Oh, number 69. Massalia. That's what it was. Thank you, Jeremy. Massalia is what it was called. Number 69. What became Rome's official religion in the year 391? What became Rome's official religion? And young guy's got it first. It was Christianity. Good job to young guy for getting it first. That's an easy one. It was Christianity. And Zaragoza was Caesar Augusta. Yeah, that's true, dear. Was it Orthodoxy? Well, yes, because that was like the only Christianity back then. Jeremy's ancestors in Marseille and all southern France. Guy from Quebec. That's true. I love that part of the world too, Jeremy. Number 70. What became the official language of the Eastern Roman Empire in the year 610? What became the official language of the Eastern Roman Empire? Jeremy's got it. It is Greek. Good job to Jeremy for getting it first. The answer is Greek. Was Coptic not a thing back then? It was, but not in that part of the world. That was more around Egypt, that part of Africa. Sorry if you hear my tummy. Is it Greek? Number 71. What were the public spaces in Roman cities known as? Latin was still highly valued, yeah. And they are forums. Good job to DR. The answer is forums. When did Catholicism become a thing? When, at the Council of Nicaea, when they couldn't agree how to practice Christianity, so they split into Orthodox and Catholic. Number 72. Mud. This is Alex. Who led the revolt against the Romans in Britain? Yeah, the debate was, should we follow a pope or no? And the ones that said yes became Catholics. Jeremy visited the old forum in Paris. That's awesome. DR's got it first. It is Boudica. Good job to DR. The answer is Boudica. 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 That's true, DR. It was Thatcher. Oh my goodness. Yeah, mostly the debate was around the Holy Trinity. There were multiple councils of Nicaea, but I believe that was one of the big ones at one of them. Number 73. What marked the northern border of British Rome? What marked the northern border of British Rome? And DR's got it. It's Hadrian's Wall. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall. Number 74. Joshua's been there. Hadrian is also a good name. We should bring that name back too. We kind of have Adrian, right? Bring back Hadrian. Number 74. What volcano destroyed Pompeii? It's like, hate Adrian. It's like, hey, Adrian. Hey, Adrian. Veer has got it first. It is Vesuvius. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Mount Vesuvius. Hey, Harry Potter's here. Welcome. It is Vesuvius. Number 75. Where is Etna in southern Italy? Oh, that whole area is very volcanic. Or is Etna on Sicily? It's on Sicily. Okay. Story always taught to us, right? Because it's a very interesting story. Thank you. It was like a bonus question. It's on Sicily. Mount Etna's on Sicily. Isn't Mount Etna the most active volcano in the world? Like, it's like constantly going off, I believe. Number 75. What Jewish stronghold did the Romans destroy? Oh, Palermo, apparently. It says Omar. I'd believe that too. Palermo sounds right too. I know one of those volcanoes, just it never stops erupting. It's like Mount Doom all the time. Not the, well, okay, hold on. I should have rephrased that. I said Jewish stronghold, not temple. Not the temple. They did destroy the second temple of Solomon. But what was the stronghold that was the last hideout of the Jews when Rome invaded? What didn't the Romans destroy? That's a good question, mostly. Not a lot. The smoke rings of Etna lately. Etna's been pumping out perfectly round smoke circles. It's crazy. So this is outside Jerusalem. A big fort made of rock. And the Jews, it was the last Jewish stronghold. Not Hebron. Not the Wailing Wall. That's part of the temple. Or the Western Wall, same thing. No, not the rock. It's not in Jerusalem. It's like, I think it's like 20 minutes outside Jerusalem. It's where the last Jews of Jerusalem fought the Romans. And then when they realized they had lost, they all jumped off and took their lives, right? Rather than be captured by the Romans. What place am I talking about? Not Galilee. Not that far north. I saw when I was doing my Israel video, a bar mitzvah that was happening there. And apparently it's like a very popular spot for bar mitzvahs. And it's called the Bar Kokhba Revolt. Yes, but what was the stronghold? It was Masada. Good job to young guy. It was Masada was the last Jewish stronghold that the Romans conquered. Masada. Number 76. What was the dispersion of the Jews known as? Or is known as? It's still kind of, sort of. Not really, but sort of. No, not really. The diaspora. I'll give that to young guy. Bonus point to DR for correct spelling, but good job, young guy. The answer is the diaspora. The diaspora. Diaspora. Number 77. Ardashir ruled over which empire? Is that where diaspora comes from? Yes. Kick Rocks is back. Kick Rocks, you just missed all the Jewish questions. Literally, you just missed them. Literally. You have to be a little, if it wasn't the Achaemenids, it was technically a Persian empire, but which one? Parthian or Sasanian? It was the Sassanids. Good job, DR. Bonus point to Jeremy. It was the Sassanids. The Sassanids. Number 78. Bactria is located in which modern country? So if you were visiting, I don't know if there's any ruins of Bactria, but if you were, what country would you be in today? Not Uzbekistan, it is Afghanistan. Good job to Joshua. The answer is Afghanistan is where you can find Bactria today. Afghanistan. Number 79. Which Germanic people sacked Rome? Kick Rocks, we had a question about Masada, and nobody here knew what Masada was. I needed you. Greco-Bactria was so based. Of the camel fame, yes. Jeremy's got it. It's the Goths, specifically the Goths. Good job to Jeremy. The answer is the Goths. The Goths. Number 80. Imagine if the Goths sacked Rome today. I don't know. I think they'd be too emotional to do it. Number 80. Who invaded Gaul in 610? Who invaded Gaul in 610? Not the Franks. Theodoric, no. Not Charles Martel. Not Pippin. Don't think Frankish. And not Caesar, Charlie. This is the year 610 CE. It was not a French guy. He was not French. It was Attila. Good job, Fear. The answer is Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun invaded Gaul in 610. Yeah, CE, Charlie. I mean, yeah, if back then it would have been Julius Caesar, but no. Number 81. The Arabs built a large dam in which city? The Arabs built a large dam in which city? He did terrorize the Romans. It was Marib. Good job to DR. The answer is the Marib Dam. Marib. The Marib Dam. Number 82. Petra was the capital city of which culture? Yeah, in Yemen today, the Marib Dam. Petra was the capital city of the Nabateans. Good job, DR, for getting it first. The answer is the Nabateans. That was the capital of the Nabateans. Number 83. Which city did Muhammad flee to? Which city did Muhammad flee to? And Must Play's got it first. It is Medina. Easy one. Good job to Must Play. The answer is Medina. He fled from Mecca to Medina. Number 84. What was the capital city of the Umayyad dynasty? Well, I mean, he came back to Mecca very famously. And DR's got it first. It was Damascus. Good job to DR. The answer is Damascus as the Umayyad capital. He went down from Mecca to Medina. That's true. I think Medina's north from Mecca, though, so But anyway, number 85. Harun al-Rashid ruled over which dynasty? Harun al-Rashid ruled over which dynasty? Yeah, but like he did a lot of traveling between the Hiraj, right? DR has got it. It's the Abbasid dynasty. Good job to DR. The answer is the Abbasids. He ruled over the Abbasid dynasty in Baghdad. Number 86. Which Nubian kingdom built tiny pyramids? Which Nubian kingdom built tiny pyramids? Kush was the region they were in, but Meroe was the kingdom. Good job to DR. The answer is Meroe. They were a Kushite people, but it was the Meroe kingdom that built the tiny pyramids. Most of them are still around today. Some kind of sort of intact. Oh wow, your teacher skipped Kievan Rus. I wanted a question later about Kievan Rus, but I was like, what city was the Kievan Rus? And it's like Kiev. They're too easy. This did indeed not only last. Yeah, I know. This is going really well. I'm very happy here. I'm sorry. But we're going to keep on going. Number 87. What group migrated from West Africa and spread across the continent? What group migrated from West Africa and spread across the continent? DR has got it. It is the Bantu. Good job to DR and everyone else too. Good job. It was the Bantu. Bantu culture is found all over Africa because of that massive migration. Number 88. The Nok culture originated from what modern country? Omar, well, not they didn't go north. They did not cross the Sahara, so they didn't go north, Omar. It is Nigeria. Good job to DR. They were big iron workers. The answer is Nigeria. The Nok lived in Nigeria. They're coming, Veer. Just hold on tight. We're on Africa now. We're going to go Africa, Asia, and so on and so forth. Number 89. Which African kingdom is ruled by the Oba? Oh, Veer, don't you worry. Don't you worry, Veer. Do you have any recent favorites to listen to, says Tyler? First of all, DR's got it. It's Benin. Good job to DR. The answer is Benin. Any recent favorites of my videos? You should, well, my one today is Whisper, if that's what you're into. I would say check out, I don't know, probably whatever history magazine video I've posted last. The one about the ancient cities. I still have my list of articles here I'm looking at about Assur and Palmyra and Tartessos. It's a good one. You watched the Barbados video a ton. Yeah, I think you commented the other day, right? On that video. Moving on, number 90. King Azana founded which kingdom? King Azana founded which kingdom? Enjoy, Tyler. Not Angola, not the Igbo. It's Aksum. Good job to DR. The answer is Aksum. Aksum, yes. The kingdom of Aksum. Number 91. Why don't I do a video about the Cook Islands? I will eventually. I gotta get to sea to do the Cook Islands. Because that's a territory. Number 91. What Ethiopian city was constructed to become the new Jerusalem? African history is not taught a lot besides Egypt and first humans, right? And there's so much there. There's so much history. If we're talking about it now. It was Lalibela. Good job to DR. The answer is Lalibela. They built Lalibela to follow as close to the city plan of Jerusalem as possible. To create a new Jerusalem because it had been captured by the Muslims at that point. Number 92. What was the capital of the Shona Empire? What was the capital of the Shona Empire? Yeah, one of the lost tribes, right, in Ethiopia. DR's got it. It's Great Zimbabwe. Good job to DR. The answer is Great Zimbabwe. Haile Selassie came to Montreal. That's really cool. But yes, the capital of the Shona Empire was Great Zimbabwe. Sadly, no Mapumbwe. Yeah. Number 93. Who conquered the kingdom of Ghana? Who conquered the kingdom of Ghana? And this is going way longer than I thought. I'm glad I made a bunch of good questions. Not the British. Think this is ancient history. Not the rich dude. It was the Almohads or the Almoravids, technically. I'll give that to DR. I think they became the Almohads later on, but at that time they were known as the Almoravids. I'll give that to you, DR. There was Muslims from Morocco. Yeah, the Almoravids. Number 94. Who was the richest king in the Mali Empire? Ooh, go get some food truck. Who was the richest king in the Mali Empire? And DR's got it. It's Mansa Musa. Good job to DR. Which Veer asked the same question at the same time. It is Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa. I want a Mansa Musa movie so bad. My dream is to have a Mansa Musa movie starring, what's his name? Childish Gambino, Daniel Glover, and have it be like a rap opera. That's my dream. That's my dream. Have Janelle Monáe in there. That's my dream movie. If I could sit down and write a movie right now, it would be that, but I would need a lot of help. But anyway. Number 95. Which kingdom did Sunni Ali rule over? Sounds like I should write it. Yeah, I'm not the right to write a movie like that. It was the Songhai. Good job to DR. The answer is the Songhai Empire. The Songhai Empire. He did give away so much gold that he caused inflation in many parts of Africa and the Middle East. Yes. Number 96. Who was the legendary Christian king living somewhere in Africa? How is he so rich? Because there's a lot of gold there. There still is a lot of gold. He pretty much owned all the gold mines in Africa. It's Prester John. Good job, DR. The answer is Prester John, this mythical king that lived in Africa that ruled a Christian kingdom who was obviously not real. It was Prester John. Ooh, go get some heroes. Yum, yum. I'm not a big Greek food person, but I can appreciate heroes. Number 97. Who is the Hindu monkey god? Who's the Hindu monkey god? Prester John is not in the Bible, Veer, don't worry. And DR's got it. It's Hanuman. Good job to DR. The answer is Hanuman. And DR knows because they just saw Monkey Man in theaters. It's perfect. It's Hanuman. Good timing. Number 98. What was the Buddha's original name? What was the Buddha's original name? I think monkeys are cute, but I get, well, why you get Uncanny Valley about monkeys. And it was Siddhartha Gautama. I'll give that to Veer. Bonus point to DR for the full name. The answer is Siddhartha, or Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. Number 99. Other than Buddhism, what religion began during the Mauryan Empire? Other than Buddhism, what religion began during the Mauryan Empire? Not Hinduism. We don't know when Hinduism began. It's that old. It is Jainism. Good job to DR. The answer is Jainism. Jainism began during the Mauryan Empire. Number 100. Which Mauryan king converted to Buddhism? Never met a Jain. Well, they're in India. Kick rocks. I know there was a Jain temple in California where I lived. And lots of Sikh. There's a Sikh temple very near my house, like walking distance. Right now, I should say. And there's a big old, like across the street from the Sparks Library, there's a huge Wat. It's beautiful. There's a beautiful Buddha statue out front. That's really cool, but moving on. Which Mauryan king converted to Buddhism? It was Ashoka. Good job too, young guy. The answer is Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka converted to Buddhism. I wanted a question about Chandragupta too. I was trying to work it in, and it was like, what empire did Chandragupta rule over? And it's the Gupta Empire. I was like, it's way too easy. So sadly, no Chandragupta in this course. Number 101, what animal is atop the pillar of Sarnath? Yeah, they don't really teach Ashoka in Western schools, which completely changed all of India. And there is a lion on top. Good job to Veer, who guessed. It is lions. There's lions on top of it. Very famous Ashoka pillar. Number 102. Mahinda brought Buddhism to which country? I say modern country because it wasn't a country then. Right, Keg Rocks? It's like an afterthought. It's not China, not Tibet. Wrong direction, by the way. It was Sri Lanka. Good job to Joshua with veg right behind. It was Sri Lanka. He brought Buddhism to Sri Lanka. Number 103. Chinese society began around which river? Northern Sri Lanka is predominantly Muslim, and most of the rest of Sri Lanka is very Buddhist. It is the Yellow River. Good job to DR for getting it first. The Huanghe or the Yellow River? The Yellow River, or the Huanghe River. Number 104. What was China's legendary first dynasty? What wasn't the first dynasty? What was, according to Chinese legend, what was the first dynasty? Not the Shang, not the Han. It was the Xian. Good job to Young Guy. It was the Xia. The Xia dynasty. I'll give that to Young Guy. The Xia dynasty. Good night, Smalla. Have a good sleep. The Xia dynasty. Number 105. They had a famous ruler. What did the Shang dynasty use as currency? What did the Shang dynasty use as currency? Not shekels, not paper, not coins, not yuan, not gunpowder, not ivory, not bronze, not furs. What did they use as currency? Something that many, many other cultures would also wind up using as currency in history. It was not banknotes, not at this point, not labor. They were shells. Good job, DR, specifically cowrie shells. They used cowrie shells as currency. And many countries along like East Africa and the Indian Ocean would go on to also use cowrie shells as currency for a long, long time. Rocks would have been good. Yeah, but they have to have value, right? Unless it's like gemstones. Mud. Imagine. Number 106. Who was the first emperor of China? Who was the first emperor of China? And Young Guy's got it. It's Qin Shi Huangdi. Good job to Young Guy. The answer is Shi Huangdi, which just means first emperor. Qin Shi Huangdi. Good job, Young Guy. Number 107. What building project was begun by the Sui dynasty and finished by the Tang? About Pacific Islands. Well, like the rhinestones. That's true, but those are very valuable rocks because they're giant. Now, I knew I would get you guys. I knew you'd all say the Great Wall, and it's not the Great Wall. The Great Wall began during the Qin dynasty. What building project was begun by the Sui dynasty and finished by the Tang? Not the Three Gorges Dam, but you're not too far off. You're not too far off. Not the Terracotta Army. That was for Qin Shi Huangdi. I don't know much about the construction of the Terracotta Army. The floodplain? No, I think God created that. Not the Forbidden City. Not the Forbidden City. giant Chinese building project that took many years to complete. What was it? Alex got it. It's the Grand Canal. Good job to Alex. The answer is the Grand Canal. The Grand Canal. Number 108. What was the earliest known published book? What was the earliest known published book? Let's see if I can trick you all again. And it's not the Gutenberg Bible. Not the Art of War. I knew someone was going to put Gutenberg Bible. Analects, no. Not the Lutheran Bible. I Ching, no. The Diamond Sutra. Good job, Alex. The answer is the Diamond Sutra. The earliest known published book. The Gutenberg Bible was the first mass published book with a printing press, but the first published book was the Diamond Sutra. Good job, Alex. The Diamond Sutra. Number 109. Which Chinese dynasty was founded by Liu Bang? Which Chinese dynasty was founded by Liu Bang? And DR's got it first. It was the Han Dynasty. Good job to DR. The answer is the Han Dynasty. The Han Dynasty. Number 110. The Venerable Bede wrote a history of which country? The Venerable Bede wrote a history of which country? And DR knows it is England. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is England. England. Number 111. What was the Viking region of England known as? Bede is the patron saint of historians. How interesting. Veer knows a lot about patron saints. And DR knows it is Danelaw. Good job to DR. The answer is Danelaw, with Charlie right behind. The answer is Danelaw was the, sorry, make sure I get this right, the Viking part of England, Danelaw. Number 112. Which Viking settled Greenland? Which Viking settled Greenland? Danelaw is a great name. DR has got it. It is Eric the Red. Good job to DR. The answer is Eric the Red. Charlie is from Old Danelaw. How awesome. I wish England was still called Danelaw. Well, the Vikings all kind of fizzled out, so. And we'll talk about it in a minute. Number 113. Which Viking sailed to Nova Scotia and maybe beyond? Which Viking sailed to Nova Scotia and maybe beyond? And DR's got it first. It is Leif Erikson. Good job to DR. The answer is Leif Erikson. Good job, everyone else. The answer is Leif Erikson. Sony Ericsson. It's Leif Erikson. Number 114. Which conquering tribe settled in Hungary? Which conquering tribe settled in Hungary? And Veg has got it. It is the Magyars. Good job. Let's see. Veg Klasma. I'm just going to call you Veg, if you don't mind. It is the Magyars. Good job, Veg. The Magyars. Number 115. Who was the first king of Hungary? Who was the first king of Hungary? And I'm going to give that to Veer, because it wasn't Arpad, technically. It was Stephen the First. So, I'll give that to Veer and DR. Stephen the First, Saint Stephen, or Simeon, as he's known there. And Janice and Bela are here. Welcome, welcome. Didn't he convert to Christianity? Oh, yes, big time. Big time. But yes, it's Saint Stephen. Number 116. Who invented the Cyrillic alphabet? Who invented the Cyrillic alphabet? Methodius and Cyril. So I'll give that to DR and Joshua. It's Cyril and Methodius. They were brothers, weren't they? Cyril and Methodius. Istvan, that's how he's known, right? In Hungary? Anyway. For Stephen, I mean. But yes, Cyril and Methodius invented Cyrillic. Number 117, this one's easy. Who brought Christianity to Ireland? Who brought Christianity to Ireland? See who gets this first. Veer got it first. It's St. Patrick. Good job to Veer. The answer is St. Patrick. St. Patrick. Number 118. Where was the capital of the Merovingian dynasty? Yes, Veer. Where is the capital of the Merovingian dynasty? Not Lebanon, not Bonn, not Aachen. It was in France. Tell me where. Not Toulouse. There are two major churches in Europe. Oof, that is debatable, Kick Rocks. It was Paris. Good job to DR. The answer is Paris. It was in Paris. Number 119. Who founded the Frankish Empire? Who founded the Frankish Empire? See, you thought Maronites when I said Merovingian. It's okay, Veer. It's okay. And Joshua's got it first. It is Charlemagne. Good job to Joshua for getting it first. The answer is Charlemagne. Charlemagne, King Charlemagne. Number 120. William of Normandy conquered England at which battle? William of Normandy conquered England at which battle? And DR's got it first. It is Hastings. Good job to DR for getting it first. Look at all these Hastingses in the chat. It is the Battle of Hastings, of course. Good job, DR. Number 121. What census book was commissioned by William I? What census book was commissioned by William I? And DR's got that one too. It is the Domesday Book. Good job to DR. It is the Domesday Book. Domesday Book. Number 112. Who founded the Khan dynasty? Why is it called Doomsday? I've always wondered that. I always figured that was someone's name that compiled all the census data, but I don't actually know. DR has got it. It is Genghis Khan. Good job to DR. The answer is Genghis Khan. Cool. Must Play used to work with coins from the Holy Roman Empire in Charlemagne at the museum. That's so cool. Just found the Hastings cutoff on Google Maps. Khan as in Genghis Khan, yeah. It means Judgment Day. Is that what that is, Charlie? Judging value. Oh, judging value. I get it, Charlie. Thank you. I always wondered that. Do a Donner Party video? I should, because it literally happened 30 minutes outside my house right now. I can see where it happened from my window. Which Mongol Khan conquered China? Number 123. Which Mongol Khan conquered China? And DR's got it. It's Kublai Khan. Good job to DR. The answer is Kublai Khan. Kublai Khan. Kublai Khan. Number 124. Which Venetian explorer lived in the court of Kublai Khan for 17 years? Is there a museum? Is there a Donner Party museum? I should go there. And Must Play's got it. It's Marco Polo. Good job to Must Play. The answer is Marco Polo. We shouldn't be that much longer, Veer, if you want to hold on. I know you're waiting for North America. It's slowly, we're getting there. We're getting there. Number 125. Who led the recapture of Jerusalem in 1187? Who led the recapture of Jerusalem in 1187? Not Richard I, not Richard the Lionheart, not the Templars. You guys are thinking of the wrong side. You guys are thinking of the wrong side. 1187 recapture. It was Saladin. Good job to DR. The answer is Saladin. Now there's all the Saladins. Good job. The answer is Saladin. Number 126. Who was the wife of Louis VII of France and Henry II of England? Is there a Saladin movie? That would be cool to see. Not Catherine of Aragon. Who was the wife of Louis VII of France and Henry II of England? It was Eleanor of Aquitaine. Good job to DR. The answer is Eleanor of Aquitaine. Eleanor of Aquitaine. Oh, the Kingdom of Heavens? Kingdom of Heaven. Okay, anyway. Moving on. Number 127. Who did Henry II accidentally murder? Who did Henry II accidentally murder? And DR's got it. It's Thomas à Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Good job to DR. The answer is Thomas à Becket. Thomas à Becket. Number 128. Which English king was known as the Lionheart? Accidentally. Yeah, he didn't. It was an accident. How do you accidentally murder a bishop? Well, he was an archbishop. Of course, it was Richard. You all said it before. Good job to DR. It was Richard the First. Richard the First was the Lionheart. Richard the First. Richard the First. Definitely not Richard the Third. He was upset with the Archbishop of Canterbury. He yelled out loud, "Will someone please relieve me of this?" What did he say? "Someone please relieve me of this like despicable archbishop." And his knights took that as, "Let's go." And so they ran to Canterbury and killed him. And apparently Henry II was like devastated and was just like actually very, very sad about it. Turbulent priest. Thank you, Charlie. Someone rid me of this turbulent priest. Thank you, Charlie. I need an English person to help me with the English history. Speaking of, number 129. Which king was forced to sign the Magna Carta? This troublesome priest, something like that. Which king was forced to sign the Magna Carta? And it was, of course, King John. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is King John. Number 130. Which two countries fought each other in the 100 Years' War? Which two countries fought each other in the 100 Years' War? And it was, no, kick rocks. It was. I'm glad you're here, Charlie. You're doing awesome. I'm going to give that to kick rocks. France and Britain. Yes, there we go. I wanted it in one line. France and Britain. Well, England, technically. But I'll accept that. England and France. England and France. Moving on. Number 131. Which I asked last trivia. Whoops. Who led the French in the Battle of Orleans? Who led the French in the Battle of Orleans? See the word easy? Give it a shot. Sure, TLS. It was Joan. Good job to Veer. The answer is Joan of Arc. It was Joan of Arc or Jeanne d'Arc. Number 132. Which plague killed 1/3 of Europe? Give me the name of the plague, not the disease, the plague. Black. All right, half a point to JJ, full points to Veer. It is the Black Death. Good job to Veer and JJ. The answer is the Black Death. Bubonic plague is the virus that created the Black Death. You're welcome, Happy Squirrels. The bubonic plague is still around, but the Black Death was the big event in Europe. Number 133. What trading league dominated the Baltic beginning in 1260? There was an outbreak in Madagascar recently, yeah. Or the Justinian plague, yeah. That's a mystery one, right? DR has got it first. It is the Hanseatic League. Good job to DR for getting it first. If you're just right about it, the Hanseatic League. Yep, bubonic plague is why you don't pet squirrels and chipmunks in California. That's very true. And yeah, it's mice and squirrels and things like that you don't mess with in California because they carry all kinds of viruses. Number 134. Who founded the Russian Empire? Who founded the Russian Empire? Yeah, just don't touch wild animals in general. It was Ivan III. Good job to DR. The answer is Ivan III. Ivan III. Yeah, don't pet wild squirrels. Number 135. What was Tamerlane's beautiful capital city? You can be charged with illegal possession of a squirrel in California. Did the first two Ivans do then? It was probably Kievan Rus. Charlie's been to his grave in Moscow. That's incredible. And DR's got it. It is Samarkand. Good job to DR. The answer is Samarkand. Samarkand. Me too, happy squirrels. Like, anyway, I don't want to get too off topic talking about contagious diseases right now. I want to stick to history, but we'll talk about it in a minute. Number 136. Which two rulers forced the Moors out of Spain? Which two rulers forced the Moors out of Spain? Got a good little crowd here right now. F and I, DR, come on. I'm going to give that to HGW. It's Isabel and Ferdinand. Isabel and Fernando. Good job to HGW. It's Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. Number 137. Which Portuguese prince built a navigation school? I know we're going like really far in history. It's like we're getting to the edge of the timeline that I gave for myself. DR's got it. It's Henry the Navigator. Good job to DR. The answer is Henry the Navigator. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is a sore point for me because I grew up there when it was a zoo and they killed all my elephants. So, not a fan of Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. All those roller coasters gave most of my elephants stress, death. But moving on. That's depressing. Number 138. The Seljuks created which empire? The Seljuks created which empire? And Turkey is not a name of an empire, DR. It was the Ottomans. Good job, DR. The answer is the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire. Number 139. Who led the capture of Constantinople in 1453? Who led the capture of Constantinople in 1453? It was Mehmed. Who can tell me? Because it wasn't Mehmed the First. It wasn't Mehmed the Third. It was Mehmed the Second. Good job, Kick Rocks. So points to DR and Kick Rocks. It was Mehmed the Second. Mehmed the Second. On to the rest of the world. Number 140. What did the Hopewell culture build to bury their dead? What did the Hopewell culture build to bury their dead? And DR's got it. It is mounds. Good job to DR. The answer is mounds. Pablo, that probably means you should refresh. If DR's answering before I finish, you're probably a little behind, Pablo. Number 141. What was the largest Mississippian city? What was the largest Mississippian city? With mud, right? DR's got it first. It is Cahokia. Good job, DR, with Veg and Charlie right behind. The answer is Cahokia. 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 Number 142. Which culture built the Cliff Palace in Mesa Verde? Which culture built the Cliff Palace in Mesa Verde? Ancestral Pueblo, be a little more specific. A little more specific. Not the Pueblo. Not the Zuni. Cliff Palace. palace in Mesa Verde. It was the Anasazi. Good job, too, young guy. The answer is the Anasazi culture. Oh, I have to remember how to pronounce this. Number 143. Which indigenous cultures' beliefs are known as Chukurpa? Which indigenous cultures' beliefs are known as Chukurpa? Not the Maya, not the Hopi. Chukurpa. I hope that's how you say it. Which indigenous cultures' beliefs are known as Chukurpa? Not the Aztec. I'll give you a hint. We're not in North America anymore. I've moved out of North America briefly. So it's not North American. Not the Inca. If I give you the translation of that word, you're going to get it right away. So maybe I'll do it in a second once you guys struggle a little more. Not the Muisca, not the Aymara. You guys are way off, way off, way off. Not the Nazca, way off. Not the Mapuche, way off. Way off, way off. All right. The basic translation for Chukurpa is dream time. Dream time. Dream time. Australia. There we go. I guess I'll give that to DR. It's the indigenous Australians, or the first Australians, right? Aboriginal Australians. Good job. I'll give that to, wait, who said it first? DR with Dr. Pickle, Veer, Veg, right behind. Aboriginal Australians. Number 144. Yeah, Dreamtime is like the most common one, but anyway, this is ancient history, so they didn't call it that then, right? Where was I? Number 144. Which culture migrated across Polynesia? Which culture migrated across Polynesia? Veer bought a book. Coffee machine sounds like a didgeridoo. And DR's got it. It's the Lapita. Good job to DR. The answer is the Lapita. I'll keep throwing that question into trivia until someone other than DR gets it right. It's the Lapita culture. Number 145. Which Polynesian group settled on New Zealand? Which Polynesian group settled on New Zealand? And I guess I'll give that to Veer now. It is the Maori. Good job to Veer and DR, I guess. It is the Maori. Number 146, which, I'm going to try to pronounce this. There's a lot of vowels in it. Heiau were stone temples built on what island chain? Heiau were stone temples built on what island chain? And Veg has got it. It is Hawaii. Good job to Veg. The answer is Hawaii. Hawaii. Number 147. Oops, I accidentally threw in some China ones here. These are meant to be in the China section. What was the capital of the Tang Dynasty? Yeah, this was supposed to be further up. Oh well. What was the capital of the Tang Dynasty? I knew I had more China questions. Laoyang, though. Not Peking. Not Langzhou. It was Chang'an. Good job, Veg. The answer is Chang'an. Chang'an. Very good, Veg. The answer is Chang'an. Number 148. Who was the only woman to rule China? Who was the only woman to ever rule China? Like, literally ever. Wu? I'll take that. Wu Zetian. There we go. Points to Veg and DR. It is Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian. Lucy Liu, we wish. No. Number 149. What faith did Lao Tzu teach? Lao Tzu? Lao Tzu? Lao Tzu? What faith did they teach? And it is Taoism. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Taoism. Taoism. Number 150. We got 20 questions left, guys. We're going to get this in 2 hours. Wow. What was first built in Ise, Japan in the year 5 BCE? What was built in Ise, Japan in the year 5 BCE? Be more specific. It was a temple. Temple for what? Be more specific. I can't accept temple. That's too vague. What was built? DR's got it. It's the first Shinto temple ever. Good job to DR. The first Shinto temple was built in the year 5 BCE in Ise. Good job, DR. Number 151. Who is the Shinto goddess of the sun? Who is the Shinto goddess of the sun? The Shinto goddess of the sun. Fear. No. Who is the Shinto goddess of the sun? Alex has got it. It's Amaterasu. Good job to Alex. The answer is Amaterasu. 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 Number 152. Who was the first emperor of Japan? Who may or may not have been real, but who was the first emperor of Japan? It was Jimmu. Good job to Dr. Pickle. The answer is Emperor Jimmu. Emperor Jimmu. Number 153. What was the samurai code known as? Good job, Dr. Pickle. What was the samurai code known as? What was it? And DR's got it. It's Bushido. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Bushido. Bushido. Number 154. Japan's capital moved in 794 from Nara to which city? Japan's capital moved from Nara to which city? And Veer's got it. It's Kyoto. Good job to Veer. The answer is Kyoto. Kyoto is when the capital moved in 794. Number 155. What novel was written by Murasaki Shikibu? What novel was written by Murasaki Shikibu? The first ever, actual novel. DR's trying so hard. There it is, The Tale of Genji. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is The Tale of Genji. The first actual novel ever written down, and it was by a woman. And it was a romance story. Tale of Genji. Number 156. What kingdom once ruled over Vietnam? I say modern Vietnam. What kingdom once ruled over modern Vietnam? Cham, not quite. Not Siam. I mean, original, the original kingdom. The original. Ooh. Dive yet. I think, I'm going to accept that. I put Annam. I think it's kind of the same difference, right? I'll take dive yet. Good job, DR and Charlie. I'll take dive yet. Close enough. I was going for Annam. But, oh well. Number 157. King Jayavarman ruled over which kingdom? I know this one's right. King Jayavarman ruled over which kingdom? Nepalese now. Not Siam. It's Khmer. Good job to DR. The answer is Khmer, the Khmer Empire. Good job to DR. It is Khmer. Good job, Charlie, too. And Alex. Number 158. Who sacked Angkor Wat in 1431? You're doing fine, Pablo. Don't worry. It's fine, Pablo. Just as long as you're relaxing and learning and having fun, that's all that matters. It was not Genghis Khan. I don't think he made it that far south, though he tried to. Well, the Khan did. Jayavarman. I just put the name of the kingdom. I didn't put the actual king. It was Siam. Good job to Veg. The answer is Siam. Siam sacked Angkor Wat in 1431. Siam. Number 159. Which civilization built Tikal? Which civilization built Tikal? Siam did have a cute elephant on their flag. That's true. Veg has got it. It is the Maya. Good job to Veg. The answer is the Mayans. The Maya. Number 160. We got 10 left. I'm glad Alex feel better soon. Who were the ancestors of the Maya? Who are the ancestors of the Maya? And it was the Olmec. Good job to Veer. The answer is the Olmec. The Olmec. Number 161. Moctezuma the First ruled over which empire? They did make really cool heads, the Olmecs. Very cool heads. Giant, big ol' heads. It was the Aztec. Good job to Veg for getting it first. The answer is the Aztec. The Aztec. Number 162. What did the Aztec call themselves? They did not call themselves the Aztec Empire. What did they call themselves? That's the name that we gave them. Veer's got it first. It is the Mexica. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Mexica. The Mexica. Number 163. What did the nope, we just asked that. What lake was the Aztec capital built on? Nahuatl is their lingo. Yeah, that's their language. And DR's got it. It's Lake Texcoco. Good job to DR. In English, it's Texcoco. So I'll just say that. Good job, DR. It's Lake Texcoco, which is in Mexico City today. Mexico City is on Lake Texcoco. Number 164. The Tiwanaku culture lived around which lake? The Tiwanaku culture lived around which lake? Oh yeah, Nahuatl is very widely spoken still. And DR's got it first. It is Lake Titicaca. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca. Number 165. Which culture created line art in the Peruvian desert? Which culture created line art in the Peruvian desert? And Veg has got it first. It is the Nazca. Good job, Veg, for getting it first because there's a lot of Nazcas popping up now. It is the Nazca culture. Good job, Veg. Number 166. Pachacuti Yupanqui ruled over which empire? Pachacuti Yupanqui ruled over which empire? I'll give that to Young Guy. It is the Incas. Good job to Young Guy. The answer is the Incan Empire. The Incas. Number 167. What was the Inca capital city? What was the capital of the Inca Empire? And Charlie's got it first. It is Cusco. Good job to Charlie for getting in there first. The answer is Cusco. Cusco, Cusco. Number 168. The Inca did not have writing. What did they use to record things? The Inca did not have a writing system, so what did they use? They used quipu. Good job to Veg. Or knots. Yes, they used quipu knots. Very good, Veg. They made knots in rope called quipu. I thought that was going to be a super hard one. All you guys got it right away. Proud of you all. Number 169. What was the capital city of the Chimu? What was the capital city of the Chimu? The Chimu, what was it? What was the capital city of the Chimu? This is another one I thought would stump you guys, but Alex has got it. It is Chan Chan. Good job to Alex. The answer is Chan Chan. Their capital was Chan Chan. All right, I have one question left for you. So very quickly, I first want to say thank you all. This was really fun. I thought that I made the questions way too easy and you'd all just sail through them and I'd be done in an hour, but we actually hit the 2-hour mark. So I'm very happy. This was a good job between both of us, the audience and the question creator here. There will not be trivia for 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go visit family. My sister and I are our only blood family, so it's our brother-in-law's family. Exciting because one, it's going to be Mother's Day, so we get to see his mother. And two, because we have a brand new nephew who was born like 3 weeks early. We thought we weren't going to get to see him while we were there, but he was born 2 days ago. Supposed to be born later in the month. He's okay. He's in the hospital still. But we get to see brand new baby nephew, so that's super exciting. So I'll be off for 2 weeks. I'll be back with geography trivia, okay? In the meantime, keep checking out my videos. I'll still be liking comments and all that good stuff. You can't keep me away from YouTube. Last question, number 170. America is named after which explorer? I will, guys. Thank you all. I'm going to love it. I'm going to 2 states I've never been to before. And Veg has got it. It's Amerigo Vespucci. Good job to Veg. The answer is Amerigo Vespucci. All right. We got 5 minutes. Do you guys just want to hang out for 5 minutes? Do you guys just want to chill for 5 minutes? 4 minutes? Who had the first mummies? It was the Chinchorro culture in Chile. I'm going to Washington State and Idaho. I'm going nowhere near Happy Squirrels because I know where you are, Happy Squirrels. I'm going like Spokane area. Like I'm not going to Spokane, but I'll be probably driving through it. But I'll be visiting that corner of the U.S. I've never ever been there before. Take over Idaho. They need a new leader. We're only going to be in Idaho for like 2 days. Channel members, I think I mentioned it in a channel member video, why exactly I'm going there. Family is just consequential, but I don't Spokane. Spokane? Oh, I didn't even know that. It's Spokane. It's not Spokane. I had no idea. Good thing I knew before I went there. It's Spokane. Thank you, Happy Squirrels, for saving me. But yeah, I'm probably not going to film anything while I'm there. If I do, it'll probably go up for channel members. But yeah. Fun fact of the day, the oldest river in the world is believed to be the Finke River in Central Australia. Yeah, I was reading about that because, let's see. Let me grab this. Nope, wrong book. This book. I have an Australia book for you guys coming up because we are getting to Australia Capital Territory. Guys, we're almost done with the A's. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I think like 6 weeks of A's left, you guys, and then we're going to hit the B's on my series. Can you believe that? We're finishing the A's in a couple weeks. I'm so excited. But yeah, Australia Capital Territory is coming. The minute I get back from the trip, I have to film a video about Auckland, New Zealand. The rainforest. Yeah, I know. I wish I was going to that part of Washington, but we are not. But Northern Territory is so nice. I'm excited for it. But yeah, we got, and then Athens is going to be next week. Attica is next week. What else is, Vernon Alps is coming up. I've got Ayacucho in Peru. What else? Irrawaddy in Myanmar. There's some good videos coming up soon. I'm very, very excited. Wellington is better. I guess, I don't know. I just have them like in my mind. The whole Olympic Peninsula is my home. Yeah, I really wish we were heading up there. Like, and my brother-in-law was asking me, like, is there any part that, like, if we have an extra day, do you want to go to? And it's like, well, yeah, but it wouldn't be a day. We'd need more than a day to go to that part of Washington, So unfortunately, we're not heading over to the coast at all. But someday, for sure. Someday. All right. Well, I am going to head out. Thank you all so much. I'll talk to you all in 3 weeks, right? Because we're going to take 2 weeks off. And just keep giving those videos likes. Keep leaving comments on my videos. That really, really helps out videos when you comment. And share, If you think anyone needs help with sleep, if someone wants to, if you ever have a question from anyone who like doesn't know something about something that you learned from my video, recommend my video. Spread the love. I really want to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I think that's a good goal. So hopefully. And then what should I do when I hit 20K? Because when I did 15, I did a 6-hour live stream. Should I do that again? I had a lot of fun. Give me your ideas. But marathon stream, like a 24-hour stream. We're going to talk about marathon next week, though. I'm excited. 12-hour? No, I would not be okay doing 12 hours. 12 hours is way too long. But I'm going to go have dinner. We're going to go have chicken wings for dinner. 8 hours? My goodness, it's a whole shift. We'll probably do lives. We'll probably do trivia lives and like just go through all of my quizzes that I made and just go through them all. With Jet Jaguar and Diminished, of course, right? Should I go grab him real quick? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if he's at the door. Jet. Oh, he's outside. Yeah, I'm still live, but. Okay, he's outside. Hold on. Jet, come here. There we go. He was outside. That always works. Jet! They all want to see Kitty. Oh, he doesn't want to be picked up. Come here. No, okay. I tried. Anyway. Yeah, I have a balcony. We have a cat balcony that's all fenced off so that he can safely go on the balcony without falling off. But yeah. Oh, Mikey. Oh, I got you. All right. Say goodnight, Jet. Say goodbye to everybody. I know you don't like being held. I know, kitty cat. All right, he's an anguished teen era, pretty much. Say bye, Jet. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much for trivia. This was a lot of fun. Okay, there you go. No, don't get ideas. Don't jump up there. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Bye.